Hi, my name is Melissa Kleiss, and this is Math 243, and it's an online course, as you probably already know since you are watching this online. And in light of this real strangeness, this is probably the only time you're going to see my face during this whole thing. Most of my videos will be of me working on a PowerPoint, so you can actually see the math happening. Tell you a little bit about myself. I have a bachelor's in math from SOU. I did attend RCC to start and get the prereqs out of the way, but I didn't stay to get my associates. I transferred to SOU before that. I have a master's in teaching. I'm actually considering getting my doctorate in education, mostly because I want to be able to say, trust me, I'm a doctor. I want to be Dr. Kleiss. I just think it would be kind of fun. There's more to it than that, but that's the most fun part of it. I've been teaching at RCC for a little more than 2 years. This will be my third time teaching Math 243, but it is my first time teaching it online, so please bear with me. I'm going to do the best I can to give you some really good instruction and videos and assistance and everything else I can. I'm going to go over the syllabus in a little bit. Before I do that, make sure you either have a copy of it in front of you or you have downloaded it. Kind of look over it, and I will go over it piece by piece. You should be able to find that. Actually, you can find that at the very top of My Open Math. Hoping you, well, obviously you've logged in there. Otherwise, you wouldn't be seeing my face right now. What else I have to say? So I teach at Illinois Valley High School along with teaching at RCC. I did start my teaching at North Medford High School, and I've taught at South Middle School. I've taught a variety of different levels of math. I love math. I'm hoping that I can project that to you as I'm teaching it. I know this is all really unconventional and weird, and some of you didn't really want to take an online math class. I will try to make it as painless as possible. My office hours, I have it that I'm going to be completely available live from 5:30 to 7:30, and that's not by Zoom. But if somebody wanted to have that video with me, I'm willing to do that. But I will definitely be instantly replying to messages and emails at between 5:30 and 7:30. However, since I'm stuck at home, you should be able to get a hold of me pretty much anytime. I respond really quickly, and I answer emails when I probably shouldn't be answering emails, like late at night, early in the morning. I'm an early riser, so you should be able to get me early in the morning. We're going to have some fun. I love a good dad joke, as long as it's school appropriate. And I'm hoping, I really would like it. The forums use it for math help, but also use it just for telling your dad jokes. If you have a good story, I love good stories. I tell lots of good stories, so you might see me posting in the forum a good story. I would like it if we can kind of get a community feel for this classroom, this class, because that's the way this probability and statistics class works best. You will be collecting a lot of data on your own. I expect you'll likely be collecting that either by just searching for it on the internet or posting Facebook polls or whatever social media you like to use. That is probably the best way to collect your data. You're going to need it for labs. You will need it for your final project. And yeah, so I think that's all about me and the intro of this class. The next part of this video, I will be going over the syllabus with you. So have that syllabus handy so that we can talk through that. Okay, talk to you later. So I hope you have the syllabus open. Here is the syllabus for this class. So I'm hoping you have that open. For some reason, I can't get it to scroll. So initially, the first thing that's really important here is how to contact me. So here's my email address right here. Contacting me via email is probably the quickest way to get a hold of me. However, I am also available by messaging me through My Open Math. If you watch the video regarding how to use My Open Math that is on My Open Math, you should be able to see how to message. Right here, the office hours. Now those are kind of loosey-goosey. I will definitely be available live from 5:30 to 7:30. and be able to respond to emails super quickly. I will have my Open Math open. I'll have my email open on my laptop, and that'll be super quick and easy. But because I'm stuck at home, just as everybody else, I will be available pretty much anytime. And I am one of those teachers, as I already said in the beginning of the video, that I answer emails when I probably shouldn't be. So let's go down to here. So right here, this says the required textbook. As you can see, it says 4th or 5th edition or 2nd or 3rd custom. The 2nd and 3rd custom, those are the ones. The 3rd custom is what is available through the RCC bookstore. These two, the 4th and 5th edition, those are available. You can find them online pretty cheap. I bought a 4th edition for like $20 on eBay. So you should be able to find them pretty quick, maybe even less than $20. Sometimes I see them for like $8. On My Open Math, there is the first couple of sections available by PDF, but I do not have the whole book by PDF. I'm not allowed to download the whole book. So that'll give you a start. I'm not going to be assigning you things out of the book, but reading the chapters is probably pretty helpful. By reading what's in there and seeing their examples along with the examples that I give you is really helpful. So not having it, I mean, it may hurt you a little bit, but I am not absolutely requiring that you use it, but it's probably helpful, as I said. Right here, TI 83 or 84 plus graphing calculator. You will definitely need a graphing calculator. There's no ifs, ands, or buts on that. It is absolutely necessary. Everything can be hand calculated, but I highly recommend using a calculator. Hand calculating is going to take you way longer than you're going to have because our quizzes and tests are timed. You want to make sure that you have that calculator handy for the easy calculator tools. I'm hoping you're already in My Open Math. So here is how to get in if you're not already in. I'm going to send out the syllabus via email before this class even starts, so you should have seen that in your email. Let me scroll down here a little bit. So the grading info. In My Open Math, you will have 5 late passes. So the way a late pass works is you can extend it 24 hours past the due date. Now that just means that if you are not going to get it done by midnight the night it's due, you can have till midnight the next day. You have 5 late passes. But once the due date has passed and once 24 hours has passed, you're not going to be able to extend it again. If there is some extenuating circumstance, sometimes there are emergencies. If there is an emergency, email me. I'm not a monster. I'm going to work with you. But if it happens all the time, we may have to have a conversation. So there will be 5 labs using Excel. Sometimes some people don't have Excel. If you don't have Excel, then download Open Office. Let me write this down. Open Office. It's very similar to Excel. You can save it as an Excel document. So once you save it as an Excel document, then you can upload it. I can't open the Apple ones with, I think it's called Numbers. I can't open those. I've tried. It doesn't really work. So if you have Apple and you do not have Microsoft, you may want to just download the Open Office so that you can save it as an Excel. And the labs, I have videos and explanations of how to do those, and those will be done and then uploaded into My Open Math. Homework is a pretty high % this time because this class is online. The homework is worth more. Each of the tests is worth 15%. The final project is basically your final, and that'll also be worth 15%. You probably will get that final project out about week 4 or 5. I will send that out to you and we will talk about what that means. And discussions. So I'm going to scroll down here so we can talk about discussions. So on My Open Math, there is a forum for help and discussion. The main purpose of that is so that if you are struggling with your homework, you can get some help from your peers and hear what they have to say about it and what they've tried. And also I will pop in and and give information on it as well. And one of the nice things about that is I'm sure that other people have the same question you do. So it puts that answer right out there. And also it gives us that community feel that I really like in this class. It works so much better when we're all working together. There's not like a hard and fast rule about what your discussion grade is. If you are participating in the discussions, if you are actually offering helpful things or asking questions, if you are using that forum, well, you're going to get your points. If you aren't having problems, if you aren't struggling, and maybe you don't have the answers for somebody else, then if you find something in the news or find something online that is interesting, that uses the concept that we are talking about, then feel free to start a discussion about that idea. Also, if you are reading your textbook and there's an example in there that is better than the example I give, you can post about that. There's not any real hard and fast rule, but participation in the discussions in the forums is required. And that is 5% of your grade. It should be the easiest 5%. So Tutoring Center is a little bit different this term. So our Tutoring Center, it is going to be online. So there is a link to Tutoring Center information in My Open Math. And if you can't find that or you don't see that, you could always just go to the RCC website and type in Tutoring Center, and it will bring you to the page that gives you the online tutoring. And there's going to be somebody there almost all of the time. They should be able to help you, and they're really great. I love RCC's tutors. All of the rest of this stuff, read it at your leisure. But something that I really need to point out, especially since this is an online class, I need to point out the academic honesty. You guys may know each other. You may know somebody who's taken this class. Heck, I don't know. You could live with somebody in this class. It is really important that your work is your own. If you are cheating, I have to report it, and I don't want to have to report anybody for cheating. Make sure your work is your own. Do your own work. I can look at two different people's works and be able to tell if your work is your own. And so I want to just make sure that you're doing your own thing. Please be honest. Please, let's make this work. And I don't really have anything else on this. Make sure you send me an email or post in the discussion board if you have any questions about this. I guess